Welcome to CTO, Cruising the Okanagan. I'm Anna Marie.
I'm Ed.
And today Ed and I have taken a cruise out to the historical little train town, Notch Hill B.C, where our friend Richard Lawrence has invited us to come check out his Notch Hill Express Railway and sup. So buckle up. You're in for a treat and you're on the road with CTO.
Hi, I'm Richard Lawrence. Welcome to my 1890 railway car. This started off as a United Van Lines furniture hauler, 50-foot trailer. I converted it from old pictures and ideas into what you see now.
Richard, this thing is amazing. And you've done all the work yourself here?
Well, thanks. Yes, it took about a year. And what I started with was an empty box, a United Van Lines 50-foot furniture trailer. Anyway, so when I got it was an empty box. And then I started with 30 sheets of ribbon grain mahogany plywood, and then $10,000 worth of mahogany boards. And then the curtains, that's velvet. There's 130 feet of velvet, 550 feet of tassels that I had to sew up.
Nice.
And then the blinds, I bought blinds from the hardware store and ripped the white plastic blinds off and threw them away. And then I had this green material custom printed, and then I cut it and glued it on and put it back together again. Wow. Because it all had to match everything, right?
Looks good.
And then I found a nice little picture of a carpet. I tried to find antique carpet pictures. So anyhow, so I found a guy in China, and they said, yeah, we'll print it for you. So I sent them my picture. Their artist redrew the picture, and they made me this carpet.
This is what caught my eye, because I've seen a version of this a lot of times, but it's usually 100 years old and threadbare.
Yeah, perfect, yeah. So
to see the work here is amazing.
Oh yeah, so this is a multifunctional trailer. So the whole idea is it's supposed to be a lot of fun and exciting. So I left it, so these two big doors here open if you want to have a stage. That's what it's supposed to be, just lots of fun and different ideas for different events.
Richard, so in the corner here, in the bedroom, you have a shower stall that is to Era.
So if you notice, there's a bunch of leaves in there on the wallpaper, but it's not real wallpaper. What it is, it's just cotton fabric from Fabricland with a print on it. And I like jungles and stuff like that. You can pretend you're in Hawaii having a shower in the bush. So it's cotton printed fabric.
Right.
And then I laid it on a sheet of arborite, because the arborite's got a texture like your kitchen counter. And then if you flood it with clear resin, then it makes it all go hard, waterproof, and seals it, and then it becomes a panel. So that's what that is. It's actually just a cotton printed fabric embedded in fiberglass resin.
So we talked about and some more stuff. I know you've got some classic cars in your shop back there.
So are we gonna go check out?
Let's go see what you got.
Yeah, sure.
Check us your classic
all right,
cars. Love to see them.
I just want to live in this building. The memorabilia around here is amazing, Richard. Like, this didn't take you a year or so.
Now, quite a few years. I'm trying to preserve and save all this old stuff because some people don't appreciate it and they take it to the dump.
And this here, what is it? What's the story behind it?
Okay, this is a 1947, actual 1947 NASCAR Indy dirt racer.
Oh, wow.
So it's got a 6-cylinder, it was updated in the 60s, but it's got a 6-cylinder Ford engine in it, Comet engine. And there's no starter, no battery, no transmission, no nothing. You push it to start it and then you go full speed till you crash.
So it requires good friends to push you and pick you up at the end.
That's right, yeah. So yeah, I've got some really good movies of these things bombing around, so that's kind of fun. So
People just don't have hydroplanes in their...
yeah, the hovercraft, it's really
Oh,
neat.
sorry, yeah, hovercraft.
It floats about, I don't say 18 inches above the ground. 50 miles an hour, you can go down the parking lot, down the beach, out in the water, back up the parking lot onto the trailer with everyone screaming and yelling at you because it's so noisy. And other people are clapping and laughing.
Yeah, a little mixed reviews there.
That's right. Yeah.
And of course, we recognize this one from Rust Valley, right? So
Yeah, the Unimog and the Power Wagon. Yeah.
and the Power Wagon.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
And then they spent 6 months filming the train trailer there, train car.
Oh,
So it'll be coming out in a month or two.
oh, cool.
And then they filmed a bunch of other stuff around here too. So
Oh, neat.
it's all kind of fun, once in a lifetime fun, so you
Yeah.
gotta do that.
So Richard, I've noticed this boat here, this boat with these great looking fins on it.
So this is an original 1959 glass bar G3. This is like your old antique cars. For the boat guys, this is what you want.
This is your hot rod?
things. Yeah, yeah. So what happened was, I found this thing down in Summerland behind an old gas station. So I thought I gotta buy it quick. So I bought it and took it to my sisters in West Bank. And I bought it for my kids and my two little daughters. So I took them down to my sisters in West Bank, and we're driving up the driveway. I said, okay, close your eyes because I got you guys a surprise, a present. So I said, okay, there you go. And they said, Dad, this thing's a piece of junk. What are we going to do with that? They said, well, hey, don't worry, we'll fix it.
So I got a plan.
So that's it up on the top of the picture up there. Those are my two daughters fixing it.
Oh, see, that's your daughter's work, dude.
Yeah.
Work on it.
Yeah. So what happened was they fixed it all up, and that's them. So that's stored behind the boat.
Richard, you have something in the folder here you'd like to share with us.
Two friends wanted to bring this guy to town to play a little jig to amuse everybody down in Vancouver. So they were all ready to bring him, and they arranged the whole thing, but the first friend pulled out of the financial end. So the second friend came and said, look, can you lend me $4,000 for this guy to show up? So we went to the bank, borrowed $4,000, and then we picked this guy up at the airport, drove him around Vancouver into the Vancouver hotel and let him rest. And then I picked him up again after dinner, and we took him to his gig to play to everybody. And it was kind of fun, and so we're driving along, and he's sitting in the back seat. He says, just relax, you guys, relax, it's okay. He says, relax, I'm just a normal guy, he says. Anyhow, so this is the guy here that was the normal guy that we picked up and drove around.
Oh, a little Chuck Berry. Very cool.
So then he wrote on here to Rick Chuck Berry, so it was kind of fun to meet him and drive him around.
Well, Richard, it's been a great day here in Notch Hill. We thank you for having Ed and I here today and showing us everything you got, including that train, these wicked looking cars, the sombrero.
I'm glad you guys came. It's all for fun, so we're glad we had fun.
Cool. So until next time, you're on the road with CTO.